Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli the Computer Guy, here for your daily dose of roars as I scream about the stupid stuff going on in the world of technology. Eli, why do you keep screaming about all this stupid stuff in technology? Because it's never ending. I just wake up in the morning, little Roxy gets on my lap, I get my cup of coffee, and I just scroll through the so stupid news. All the news. It's so stupid. It's not my fault. Anyways, do remember I do these videos in order to support SiliconDojo.com, free hands-on technology education in Durham, North Carolina. We have a class coming up on AI computer vision using something called the Moondream model. Next week, we have a class coming up on pushing AI to the edge in another couple of weeks. If you're interested, take a look at SiliconDojo.com to see what our schedule is. If you want to help support our education, there's a donor box link down below. And with that, the Americans might be crazy. Do you remember that movie? There's the movie Gods Might Be Crazy, right? There's this African tribesman. Somebody throws a Coke bottle out of an airplane, and he finds this Coke bottle, and he feels like he has to return this Coke bottle to wherever it came from for whatever reason. I don't remember the whole story. It was like the 1980s. I was pretty young at that point in time. But anyways, right? The title of that movie was The Gods Must Be Crazy. I do feel like at this point in time, the sequel would be The Americans Must Be Crazy, because this stuff is just getting stupid. And the important thing to understand as I talk about this is just the thought. If you're a CTO, if you're a CIO around the world, especially not in the United States, and you start looking at the abject insanity of American policy, the whole question of, do you have the risk tolerance to allow more American equipment than has to be in your systems to be in your systems? So what I talked about before is Trump. Trump has come out with a dictate, because that's apparently how our government system now works, that Nvidia can sell H200 GPUs to China as long as Nvidia, greases his palms with 25%. Where does any of this come from? Who the fuck knows? Anyways, we're told Chinaman is bad, or scary. We're told AI is scary. We're told you can't allow Chinaman to have AI because then that turns into Godzilla or some other stupid crap. And then all of a sudden, Trump turns around and is like, no, it's okay. You can sell 200 chips. So there were these H20 chips. So last year, Nvidia created these H20 chips. There's a whole crap show of this. So these H200 chips are actually much better. Apparently, these are actually pretty good chips that now Trump is saying, yeah, of course you can sell them to China, because we've always been at war with Oceania, unless we've never been at war with Oceania, unless apparently the United States is in Oceania. So anyway, fucking look, it's been a while since I've read 1984. I've got to pull that book out again. So the curious thing now is that Trump is putting out this diktat in a way that he should not be able to do for our country, and it does look like the GOP, the Republicans, might be having an issue with it. So these are not the Democrats. These are not the Democrats. These are the people in his own party. Anyways, coming from CNBC, Trump's blessing of Nvidia AI chip sales to China gets a chilly reception from the GOP. Yeah, if you call China an existential threat to the United States, and you call artificial intelligence an existential threat to the United States, then yeah, it would be kind of weird to be selling AI to China. Again, if you deal with reality, it makes complete sense. It's fine. But again, in their wacky-ass world. And so I think this is an interesting thing to take a look at. And think about this from our partners around the world. How the hell do you know what our policy is? Remember, for a business, for an organization, you're not making day-to-day decisions. You're making decisions that are going to last a year. A year is the shortest time frame an actual organization leader thinks about. And that's short. They're really thinking about 5 years. They're thinking about 10 years. They're thinking about multi-decade. Not that everything will work out perfectly if they have a multi-decade plan, but they have an idea, basically of where they're trying to go. And so think about this. Think about this now, right? We have a batshit fucking insane president. Right? Our Congress refuses to yank the leash, right? And make this little bilch yelp like he should have to. Right? At any moment, he makes massive changes, massive policy changes, and everybody is supposed to dance to his psychotic tune. This is idiotic in the United States. It is massively destructive to the United States. But a big question to be thinking about for everybody else around the world is, again, how long is this even tolerable? Like there is a functional breaking point. There is a point when it no longer fucking matters anymore. Anyways, President Donald Trump's decision, his decision to let tech giant Nvidia sell more advanced semiconductors to China is getting pushback from some Republicans wary of giving Beijing an edge in the global race to AI dominance. Because that's a thing. That's a thing. If you don't understand how technology works, you can say stupid shit. The agreement, which Trump announced in a Truth Social post Monday evening, would allow Nvidia to sell its H200 artificial intelligence chips to China on the condition that the U.S. government gets its 25% of the sales. Right? As long as his palms get greased, he doesn't give a fuck what happens to the United States. Let's be fucking honest. Again, there's all these people out there, you got TDS. Motherfucker, if you don't have TDS at this point, that just shows you how rotted your goddamn brain is. Right? This motherfucker doesn't give a fuck about any of us as long as his palms get fucking greased. Chinese President Xi Jinping, quote, responded positively to the latest proposal, Trump wrote in the social media post. Again, I don't know. I mean, you tell your quote-unquote adversary you're willing to sell them better stuff. I mean, I don't see how Xi would not respond positively to that. I mean, okay, yay, you're gonna sell us stuff. Cool. Cool, bro. Cool, bro. Experts warn that giving China access to the better chips will shrink America's hardware advantage and help Chinese developers vastly improve their AI models and other tech. Some of Trump's Republican allies appear to agree. Quote, alarm bells go off in my head here. Senator Lindsey Graham, so he's a big one in the Republican Party, told CNBC on Tuesday, quote, I don't mind doing normal business with China, but if you can prove to me that this will accelerate their military capabilities, I'll oppose it, Graham said. My general view on this is that China's progress in AI is almost entirely parasitic on our technology. Again, the thing about this too, with the whole supremacist horse crap that's going on, look, I'm not saying China is a perfect country by any stretch of the imagination. I ain't saying they don't copy shit. I'm not saying they don't have a lot of stupid stuff when it comes to intellectual property. But think about the supremacy here, right? Is almost entirely parasitic on our technology. Jensen Huang has literally said, right, 50% of the AI researchers are in China alone. The rest of the world gets the other 50%. And yet the supremacist jackass sits there and says the only reason China is advancing is because they're fucking parasites on our technology, in particular on our hardware. Senator Josh Hawley, Republican of Missouri, said on Capitol Hill, yeah, so are we parasites on ASML? Are we parasites on Chinese rare earths? It's like, yeah, they use the products that we sell them to improve their systems. That's how it works. That's not parasitical. Let's see here. Quote, so I don't want China to win the AI race. I want to win the AI race, Hawley said. And the problem is, again, with all of these dumbass politicians, what does it even mean to win the AI race? Like, what is the win? What is the loss? What does the race look like? What is the pinnacle we're trying to achieve here? Right? They cannot be bothered to figure out what the fuck they're talking about, but they sure as hell can lambast the hell out of China and do a lot of damage to us. But if we want to beat China, again, how do you beat China? I think we need to constrain their ability to leverage our own technology, and I think we would want to reduce their access to our hardware, not increase it. Hawley did not directly criticize Trump and noted that the president is privy to more information about the situation than he is. Quote, so I think he deserves some deference here. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Quote, but I think in general matter, I would want to constrain American hardware going to China. The U.S. House Select Committee on China, a Republican-led panel formed to focus on the, quote, threat posed by the Chinese Communist Party, echoed all these concerns. Quote, right now, China is far behind the United States in chips that power the AI race. But again, are they? And what is far behind? It might be 18 months. It might be 2 years. It might be 8 days. There's a big question there. And again, when we talk about AI, what are we actually talking about with AI? But anyways, because the H200s are far better than what China can produce domestically, both in capability and scale, at Nvidia selling these chips to China could help it catch up to America in total compute, the community said. Beijing will use the H200s, which boast significantly more processing power and memory bandwidth than China's top chips, quote, to strengthen its military capabilities and totalitarian surveillance, the panel statement said. Quote, finally, Nvidia should be under no illusions. China will rip off its technology, mass produce it themselves, and seek to end Nvidia as a competitor, the panel said. That is China's playbook, and it is using it in every critical industry. And so that's currently what is now going on with Nvidia being able to sell GPUs to China. So they can sell GPUs unless they can, unless they can't, unless they can, right? And this is where the mess we get. This is where we have no stable policy. We have no idea what the ever-loving fuck we're actually talking about here, and we are getting this absolute bat crap, insane political policy out of it. Right? Trump doesn't want things sold, so they don't get sold. Trump decides they should be sold, so he pushes a diktat. His own party says, no, we shouldn't do that. Again, for whatever dumbass reasons. And think about it. If you're sitting there, think about placing an order for Nvidia chips. How comfortable do you feel at this period of time? Not just in China, but if you're in Brazil, if you're in Argentina, if you're in South Africa, right? If you're in Spain, does this make you feel comfortable about the American stack? And I think of Trump as just an anomaly. I do. I legitimately, in my heart of heart, thinks he's a bit of an anomaly, whatever. But think about this. A lot of these people are agreeing, right? A lot of the Republican politicians, right? They're just slobbering over Trump's ring. What if they actually push this back past, 2028, right? What if Vance wins the next election, right? The idea is that hopefully the next election is between AOC and fucking DeSantis. How screwed up is it that we're in a time period where I'm like, yeah, AOC, DeSantis, I could vote for one of those. Anyways, I think it's AOC versus, again, what if Vance has truly drunk the Kool-Aid? And the next person we get in, because again, the Democrats, I don't know what the Democrats are doing. I am completely fucking lost. You look at what, and it just doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense. So the Democrats are still lost. The Democrats are still arguing over fucking pronouns as our country burns. And so, there's an argument. It's look, yeah, the Republicans might be burning our country to the ground, but they're doing a lot of work. See, I'd rather vote for the party who's doing something than the party arguing over pronouns. You're like, oh, fuck. So what if Vance comes in? What if he's the next one? So we're not looking at another 3 some odd years of this. What if we're looking at another 7 some odd years? Or if he gets in, another, 12 or 11 some odd years. Right? And you're the rest of the world, and you're looking at this. How comfortable do you feel with the risk tolerance of the American stack? That is my thought. So anyways, there you go. GOP is pushing back on Trump one time. Well, it's the little things that count. Supposedly. What do you think about this? Put your thoughts down below. Do remember I do these videos in order to support SiliconDojo.com, free hands-on technology education in Durham, North Carolina. We're having a class coming up on AI computer vision using something called the Moon Dream model. That's coming up next week. We have another class coming up on pushing AI to the edge with Raspberry Pis coming up in another few weeks. If you're interested, take a look at our schedule at SiliconDojo.com. If you want to help support the free education, there's a donor box link down below. And with that, see y'all later.